If you are a Republican that hates Democrats, you need to learn to love Democrats. And if you're a Democrat who hates Republicans, you better learn to love Republicans, because the Lord expects this of his people, that we learn to love one another, especially those who are our enemies. And that love doesn't mean we agree, but it does regulate how we disagree and how we cooperate and how we live with difference. And so if we find ourselves indifferent, dear ones, then we should stir up our hearts, because we're lacking love.
I couldn't have said it better. One of the things that makes love so very cheap among our communities, and it really is cheap, is that it gets encapsulated into the spheres in which we're already comfortable, into the spheres in which where things are already known, the people we already agree with, the people that it's easy to love. And unfortunately, the more polarized our country gets, the more that is the case across the board. I have people in my family who are incredibly political. I'm not, but I have people in my family who are. They are incredibly loving towards people on their side, and they find it challenging to be that loving with people not on their side. And I'm speaking in that general terms because I have people in mind who, some of them are very right-wing and some of them are very left-wing, but they have the same problem, and that is that love extends best where it's already comfortable. And that's not Christian love. That's not the way Christ calls us to love. The measure of Christ's love is this. It says, I tell you, love your enemies, pray for those who persecute you, do good for those who hate you and slander you. Even Christ, in regard to us, Romans tells us that the measure of God's love is that he loved us while we were yet at enmity with him. In this day and age where decent treatment is ever more conditional, the Orthodox Christian is called to not be of the age, to not be of the times in which we live, and to actually love as Christ loves. Father Josiah says it very well. He says, it doesn't mean you agree. Absolutely, certainly does not mean you agree with everything. But it means that the way we carry ourselves, carrying ourselves as befits the title of Christian, doesn't have terms and conditions on it. In the ancient Roman world, there was actually a plague early on in the Christian era. That plague happened to be one of the most instrumental moments in Christianity taking hold. And it was because the Christians were seen treating and helping everyone, pagan and Christian alike, and dying in the process, like getting sick and dying in the process. They weren't immune to it. The Roman pagans looked and said, you know, these Christians that we hate, they're putting themselves in harm's way. They're dying, and they are doing it anyway for us. We would not have extended the kindness to them. That made that area interested in hearing what else the gospel had to say. Father Josiah said it very well, and I appreciate his candor and forthrightness there on that.